some of the people that we work with, your family, some of the people that we work with, your family, some of the people that we work with, your family, Shan'nan's family, have said, you know, if you get to talk to Chris, would you tell him some things for me? If you get to talk to Chris, would you tell him some things for me? So we have that to talk about today, and it's good. I think you'll like it. I think it will give you some closure.
Hi, YouTube. Welcome to the news scroll hole. It was 3 a.m., the 3 a.m. witching hour. And I had my Bluetooth earbud in when I heard Tammy Lee say some odd tings. So let's get into it.
Never been pursued by anybody before. It's kind of like I was the one, trying to pursue. Because when me and Shan'nan met, it was she was always pushing me away, kind of
She was sick for a while, right?
Oh yeah, she had just got diagnosed with lupus, and she was on a bunch of different medications and stuff. And it was I guess I wasn't her type. And
you weren't her type?
I wasn't her type.
Okay.
She told me when she first, because we had met.
She told you that?
Yeah.
You're not.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, it was when we first met, it was at a movie theater. And my cousin's ex-wife set us up.
You were dressed like shit, weren't you?
I didn't.
I think that's what you told me.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
You weren't having any games?
So she was fancy and he was in shorts and tennis shoes or something, right?
Shoes and, I should have known the doorman, was in a suit. And I was just this isn't good. And
when she at the theater?
It was a fancy theater, right?
It was in Charlotte. It was called the Epicenter, and apparently they give you champagne and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, this is a fancy date night theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he came like he was going to a Cinemax.
I was going to a pond.
Like an AMC.
Like a play theater?
No, it was
shorts and tennis shoes or something, right?
You weren't having any games?
So she was fancy and he was in shorts and tennis shoes or something, right?
What were the buzzwords that rang out to you in that conversation? Did you guys happen to note the word fancy? Who else uses that word? Fancy? Would it be Nicole Lee? Would Nicole Lee have said that Shan'nan was all fancy? Side-eye. Did anyone else note that when Chris Watts starts to talk about how his cousin's ex-wife set them up, he's interrupted rudely by a wicked cackle and a mockery of fancy by Tammy Lee? Question mark? Side-eye?
You weren't her type?
I wasn't her type.
Okay.
She told me when she first, because we had met.
She told you that?
Yeah.
You're not.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, it was when we first met. It was at a movie theater, and my cousin's ex-wife set us up.
You were dressed like shit, weren't you?
I didn't.
I think that's what you told me.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
You weren't having any games?
So she was fancy and he was in shorts and tennis shoes or something, right?
Shoes and, I should have known the doorman, was in a suit. And I was just this isn't good. And
when she at the theater?
It was a fancy theater, right?
It was in Charlotte. It was called the Epicenter, and apparently they give you champagne and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, this is a fancy date night theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he came like he was going to a Cinemax.
I was going to a pond.
Like an AMC.
Like a play theater?
No, it was we just watched
shorts and tennis shoes or something, right?
You weren't having any games?
So she was fancy and he was in shorts and tennis shoes or something, right?
I should have known the doorman,
So what I took away from that was when Chris Watts was about to tell how his family, his cousin's ex-wife set him up with Shan'nan, Tammy Lee dives in there, interrupts him, tries to re-guide him, cackling and laughing and mocking and calling Shan'nan fancy. I don't know. I thought that was odd. And was it not Tammy Lee who implanted, did Shan'nan hurt the kids? Did Shan'nan hurt the kids? Side-eye. Comment your thoughts below. Do you think Tammy Lee was a little too snuggly-wuggly with Chris Watts? And do you think that those are tells, those words, fancy, and the interruption of Chris Watts trying to explain that his family set him up with Shan'nan, whom he was stalking online, is another tell. It's another quality of the Lees, apparently, allegedly, seemingly. I'm just saying. Leave your comments below. Then we have in the beginning of the video, the other detective saying, the people we work with, your family, and then Shan'nan's family next. And also Tammy Lee in the beginning of the video saying how much she loves Ronnie Lee Watts. I love Ronnie Lee. Does it seem like to you that the second that Chris Watts mentions how he got set up with Shan'nan through his cousin's wife, Tammy Lee interrupts him? Now, as a CBI or a FBI agent, you know to let the person telling their story talk. Why would you interrupt him unless you were trying to reroute the direction of the conversation? So you interrupt him to cackle and mock Shan'nan by calling her fancy. I don't know, guys. That does not sit well with me at all. It doesn't sit well. It sits so unwell with my spirit and so uneasy that I had to wake up out of my sleep to make this video. In my spirit, I felt like, is that why Tammy Lee didn't interview the witness, quote unquote, Nicole Lee? Why do they all seem like actors? And why are the detectives interrupting the alleged murderer? This is just so bizarre, y'all. Oh, Lord. My mind is going. And I do not trust that Lee lady. Not Nan bit. Nope. And another thing I noted from the interviews of Christopher Lee, was that the person that he and Shan'nan were speaking to sell their home is Anna. That's who Anna was. Friend of Nikki Lee, question mark? It would make sense if Nikki Lee is a geologist and an agent that Tammy Lee might possibly know her, question mark. Leave your thoughts below. Everyone in life is questionable, especially if seated in a position of authority. Then you are held 100 times more accountable. I leave you all in peace.